health insurance. That's not the question. I'm just not sure where to go. Now, more and more people in Michigan are choosing Priority Health. It protects you from big medical bills and covers you for preventive care and prescriptions. Single plans start at $42 and family plans at $94. What will your cost be? Call right now for a quick and easy price quote and get this free booklet that explains all the details. Just call 888-221-7926. Even if you already have health insurance, call the number and see if you can save. That's 888-221-7926 or go to mypriority.com. Priority Health. Life just got a little easier.
The following program contains images of an actual surgical procedure that may be graphic and disturbing. Parents are advised that these images may not be suitable for young children.
Today we're talking about all these secondhand health problems that you probably don't even know about. And this next one, I'm sure many of you out there are guilty of.
I have leftover prescription pain medications that I give to my sister for her shoulder pain. My question is it okay to give her my pain pills every so often?
So I'm hanging out here with the medicine cabinet to beseech you, do not share medications. Just don't do it. When a prescription is written for you or for someone else, it's written for a reason. Every single medication out there has adverse reactions. 4.6 million visits every year to ERs for adverse medication reactions. But if you're going to take a medicine, make sure it's written for you, the proper dosing, and do not share. Well, we all know that carpal tunnel syndrome can be caused by long periods of time at the computer, but it can also be caused by over-texting, even fluid retention during pregnancy. Well, for Deborah, it was a second-hand result of something completely different.
Well, last June we were renovating our house and I fell backwards and broke my wrist. Dr. Coleman said I had a serious injury and he wanted to get me into surgery as quickly as possible.
Post-operatively, she developed carpal tunnel syndrome. She underwent a carpal tunnel release by a traditional open method.
And now I'm able to close my hand to this level, which is a lot better. As a result of the injury to my left hand, I developed carpal tunnel in my right hand.
So what we're going to do today is perform carpal tunnel release on the right hand. I'm going to use the Manos percutaneous carpal tunnel release, which should provide less pain, a quicker recovery with comparable results with the open release. The patient needs to be awake because part of the technique requires the patient provide some feedback. Okay, I'm going to make a small stab incision. This here is the Manos device with the deployable blade. The device is inserted. Okay, the blade is deployed. And now we'll start to do the division of the ligament. Deborah, how are you doing? You're good? Okay. Deborah, can you move your fingers for me? Good. You're all done, Deborah.
Fantastic. It feels like a manicure. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I'm here with Deborah and board-certified plastic and hand surgeon, Dr. James Coleman, who performed the surgery. Welcome to both of you. Can I shake your hand? Just 2 days after surgery.
Yeah, she's done great. But she was a perfect candidate for a number of reasons. Number one, she's extremely active. She's a wonderful patient. She's very compliant. And she was one who had an injury to the opposite hand, and we wanted to do everything we could to minimize the stress in the left hand and get her returning to her normal activities as soon as possible.
So explain to us a little bit what happens with carpal tunnel, the process, pressure on the median nerve.
So carpal tunnel syndrome basically describes a set of symptoms that people have when, as a result of too much pressure on the median nerve at the wrist. And medically, as you know, they have numbness in the thumb, index, middle fingers. And what I'm finding is that people are delaying being treated because of some of the stories and misunderstandings about the prior surgery.
And I think that is such an important point, that if you delay treatment, then you can get yourself into real trouble, permanent damage to the nerve, which in turn weakens your muscles.
Correct. Correct, and possibly make the results of the surgery not only less optimal, but actually can get irreversible nerve damage.
Tell us about the new technique. So it's so-called Manos, which is hands in Spanish,
That's
right?
Correct. That's
but
correct.
it was named after a Dr. Manos who
was the inventor of it and who was in Silicon Valley, correct.
Okay.
And so the advantage of this new technique is that it is the absolute least invasive way of treating carpal tunnel syndrome. of the incision is basically the size of an IV, and it cuts the ligament, which compresses the nerve underneath the skin. And as you can see in the example here, there's a deployable blade that comes through the skin, and this is the actually sawing back and forth motion. But again, the key is the size of the incision, and this is again about the size of an IV. The blade is retracted and removed, and a band-aid is put on the incision sites.
Yeah, and you see that. I mean, just tiny, tiny incisions just a couple days ago. And
so this is about 36 hours after surgery. And in terms of mobility, she has full range of motion. Deborah was just telling me she was actually packing and unpacking yesterday.
So a great new option, not having to go through the open procedure, because we know that larger scar in 60-something% of patients was painful and
correct, and not for everyone. There are indications the patient's awake, alert throughout this procedure. They need to be able to have enough sensation to give me feedback during the surgery. So if you wait too late, it may not be something that's best for you.
And I think that's the take-home point is if you have symptoms of carpal tunnel, don't delay in having it evaluated by your hand surgeon. Well, thank you both of you.
Thank you very much.
Good work, good stuff. You know, coming up, could you get sick from secondhand smells? The answer when we return.
I'm telling you, that's you. Why
ready for the bowling?
You should wear that in the ear.
There you go.
Tomorrow on The Doctors, from the food that's a natural antibiotic
So I want you to take a spoonful.
to the treat that can fight a virus.
First time ever on national television.
The doctors revealed the secrets to never getting sick tomorrow.
I'm here to tell you that your options for getting out of debt have never been better. How do I know? Because I'm Howard Dvorkin, the founder of Consolidated Credit. For nearly 2 decades, we've helped over 5 million people just like you. Simply pick up the phone and find out what our Freedom Quest program can do for you. Reducing your payments by up to 50% is just the beginning. As soon as you call, the hard part is over.
Call Consolidated Credit now. 1-800-774-8296.
This Dr. Oz tip is brought to you by Biomagnetic Open MRI. When you need an MRI, it's your choice. Choose Biomagnetic Open MRI.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oz. Overeating is easy to do when you're stressed out. Here's how to overcome the urge. Practice mindful eating. Are you really hungry or are you just stressed out? Take 50 milligrams of vitamin B and 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in times of stress to regulate your mood. And take a brisk walk to release serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good hormones. When you need an MRI, it's your choice. Choose Biomagnetic Open MRI. Get results within 24 hours, giving you peace of mind quicker than anywhere else. Our open imaging scanners can accommodate all sizes of people, big or small. And our experienced registered nurses can offer sedation to keep you comfortable. Set up an appointment today at one of our 5 convenient locations. Choose Biomagnetic Open MRI. Call 1-888-MRI today.
Now is the time to take advantage of a great offer from Xfinity, only from Comcast. Right now, you can get Xfinity TV for just $10 a month for 12 months. Call 1-877-564-1258 today. Get local programming and the top networks like CBS, Fox, ABC, and NBC, so you can watch hit shows like 30 Rock and The Office for a low price. Call 1-877-564-1258 and get Xfinity TV starting at just $10 a month for 12 months. Or step up to a digital TV package and get access to Xfinity On Demand with the most on-demand choices, on TV and streaming online. Plus, start an on-demand show in one room and finish it in another. And Xfinity offers tons of HD movies and shows and premium channels like HBO and Showtime. So don't wait. Get Xfinity TV starting at just $10 a month for 12 months. Or step up to a digital TV package today. Call 1-877-564-1258 now.
Welcome back to The Doctors. Today we're covering all of these secondhand problems that you never even knew about. And behind us, those are 6 mysterious pictures that are related to secondhand smells. Now, each of them has a question behind them. It's our job to answer a few of them for you right now. So, Lisa, Take a picture and get us started.
Do
like
Dr.
the-
Orton's high school picture.
Hey,
do that. Pick that one.
Good posture.
Don't tease him. I like the vintage guy. Who's a vintage guy?
Vintage clothing.
Yeah, vintage clothing guy.
I love looking for vintage clothes. They're so cool. But that old musty smell in the stores? What exactly is that? Is it safe?
secondhand smells, are they healthy?
That's just basically the moisture has been trapped in there and it's mold. It's mold that's growing because of the moisture that gets into the clothes.
Ew.
So, but it doesn't mean you can't get the older clothing. It's very, very good. I know you have your eye on it.
But if you're allergic to mold,
You have to be very careful, but you can get it out of the clothing. You can dry clean them, or you can mix them with diluted water and baking soda, ammonia, white vinegar. This will just soak them.
It's got a little. So you soak the clothes in ammonia?
Yeah, it's got that
Yeah,
little
it's got
sort of
that musty.
yeah, musty.
I always thought that was old B.O.